I think how I learned to guide them was more on trial and error, looking at my life as an example of what I've learned, what went right, what went wrong with me.
Sorry for another time.
Please, I hope you decide and don't let your mom decide for you.
No. And maybe have some profound discussions. Not too spicy though. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of HELPCast.
My name is Jamie Hegmeyer.
And I'm Jonah, and we'll be your hosts for today. So, for our first speaker, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Radin.
The OG.
Yeah, exactly. The one who helped us through thick and thin, saved us from countless situations.
Thank you, Jonah. Thank you, Jamie. Hello, everyone. My name is Radin. I am a Help University staff. I am not a legend. I'm just a regular staff, regular education advisor.
He is.
Just being humble.
Right. Now, thank you again for inviting me for this podcast.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
And when you first asked me to do this, I was kind of curious as to, first, why do you pick me as your first speaker? And second, what did you see for this podcast? What was your objective?
Well, we picked you as the first speaker, honestly, because without you, this wouldn't have been a thing, sir.
Yeah, true.
When
we first came up with the idea, the first thing we thought about was like, who are we going to turn to make this idea possible?
And we thought of you, sir.
Yeah, it was you.
Because no matter what the situation is, you're like a superhero, always flying in and like, I'm here to save the day. Oh, you're always there for us, sir.
He's a very noble man.
Yeah, exactly.
So all right. So you picked me because of that, but again, I'll deny all of this. But yeah, what was your point of having this podcast?
Well, initially we started this podcast because we wanted to create a platform and a space for the help community to engage, where we can share funny campus stories, we can share experiences, we can have incredible guest speakers like Mr. Radin here, yeah. And maybe have some profound discussions, not too spicy though.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what should we talk about then?
Right. Let's start from the very beginning. How did your journey help you end up here? You know what I mean?
Oh,
How did I end up here?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's kind of interesting. When I was your age, or slightly younger than you, right after I finished high school, I told myself I'll never, with the capital letters, never get into education. I hated it so much.
Understand.
But but I had a really long engagement or disagreement with my mom, I guess you can say, because she grew up following the British structure, and education back then, I guess, was a lot better. I grew up with the newer form of education, and it was horrible. And my brothers and sisters agreed with me on this opinion, so we constantly had this disagreement with my mom. And I guess after 6 years of having this constant, tit for tat kind of discussion or disagreement, my mom finally threw this question at me: what am I going to do about it?
wow.
So I thought about it, and then I decided, yeah, I can do this. And took the first necessary steps to be in education. And with the whole objective of wanting to help Malaysian students recover post high school, because high school doesn't prepare you for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be at least in a tertiary environment to help guide students undo what has been done in high school and set them on the correct path of betterment, of
Right.
self-betterment.
Like, how do you guide them?
I don't think there's any guidebooks on that. I think how I learned to guide them was more on trial and error, looking at my life as an example of what I've learned, what went right, what went wrong with me. And from there, I try to maybe avoid students going through what I went through by giving them the right kind of guidance, right kind of push. But it can be challenging because, when students haven't really exposed things or experienced things on their own, they tend not to listen, right? Some students are like that.
Yeah.
They need to go through hardship first, then they'll learn. So for these kind of students, the best I can do is just guide them and coach them and say, hey, look, if you go down this path, these are the kind of things that might happen. Be prepared for it. Yeah.
First dip in the fire to actually get the message.
Yeah, I mean, like some people say, hey, look, that fire is hot. You're like, no, it's not. Sure. So then they learn, oh, yeah, you're right. That's hot. Yeah. Some people are like that. I'm like that. I'm one of those people who learn through falling down. And that's why I tell my students, hey, life lessons are very painful. If you can, try not to learn lessons through life. Learn it through other people. Because those kind of lessons are less painful. But some students are stubborn. Myself, when I was a student, I still am stubborn now, actually. But yeah, I want them to, I guess, go through life in a less traumatic manner or learn lessons in a less traumatic manner. So that's why I'm here.
That's great. That's wonderful. So honestly, I gotta say, the fact that you intend to prioritize the future generation in your career path, I salute you, sir. I salute you.
Well, don't just salute me, salute all the teachers and educators in the industry, because
Heartfelt thank you to all the educators.
thank you, teachers.
Thank you, teachers.
All right,
Thank you so much.
and lecturers and professors and all you guys.
Wouldn't be
Thank
here
you
without
guys
you.
in education. It's not an easy thing that they have to do. I don't even teach, right? At Help University, I don't teach, I don't lecture. My role is to advise students. I don't know about that, but I think I prefer more to advising students than teaching students. Right? I think that suits me best with what I want to do, and it aligns with my goals. Yeah.
A little bit on the topic of HMC, sir. What led you to HMC, and what were your first impressions of HMC when you joined?
Well, what led me to HMC? That's kind of simple. There was an opening. They responded to they asked me to submit my resume. I submitted my resume. They responded really quick.
Super quick.
Yeah, like super quick.
Oh wow!
Wow.
In high demand, sir.
No, I guess they just, at that point in time, they really needed someone to come in. So how it went was, I submitted my resume. The day after, I got the call for an interview. Went for an interview. Day after, they offered me a job. So, and one of my first days was in the Sherwood's Education Fair in Mid Valley. So that was like, throw you into the deep end. But fortunately, I already had some kind of education advisory kind of experiences. Because before this, I was working with a placement center, and that helped gain me some experience in how to talk to students, how to advise, and how to coach students. So, but yeah, that's how I ended up in HMC.
What were
Very
your
simple.
first impressions, though, sir,
Yeah.
of HMC?
Um,
We're curious to find out because this is as the Vice Chancellor said during our Hari Raya event, this is the most active and most vibrant component of the university? What were your initial
Okay.
thoughts?
When I first joined the university, I thought of it as any other organization. But after a couple of weeks, I realized it's a little bit different.
Can agree with that
HMC actually focuses more on students instead of just getting people to join and then factory producing them. The lecturers were really passionate about wanting to improve the students. Yeah, and that went in line with my goals, which is to want students to be a better version of themselves. Yeah. Um, uh, so when I found out about that, when I realized that, hey, this is HMC, it's not just about, like I said, it's not a sales thing, right? Because some places do treat it as a sales thing. Some universities treat universities as a business instead of an educational institution. Yeah. So when HMC wasn't like that, that just made things a lot easier for me. Yeah. It made it easier for me to transit into this new job, and it was actually a joy to work every day, and I was pretty much working almost every day, Saturdays, Sundays, public holidays.
Mad respect for that, sir.
Yeah.
24 hours on the call, saving everyone.
Well, I do need some sleep, but yeah, sometimes
What is sleep?
When I first joined,
Sleep nowadays.
when I first joined, I really did answer inquiries at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Wow.
I didn't have any regular sleeping hours. So yeah, whenever I was awake, I would reply to inquiries, to students asking questions. These are mainly students who had joined the foundation program, so they were still adapting, so they'd ask questions. Back then, we were using Facebook a lot as a platform.
Ooh, Facebook.
Correct. And so I was on Facebook very often.
So they actually asked you questions on Facebook.
Yes, because you guys right now, your primary notice board is your
Teams.
Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
Before that happened, we were using Facebook.
Oh.
So we'd create Facebook groups, and we'll get the students to join those groups. And because of that, they would message me on Facebook.
I can attest to him being able to answer questions at the dead of night. I remember once I messaged you at like 12:59, was it, sir? You messaged me like 10 minutes later. I was shocked. I thought, hey, really?
Well, if I'm awake, I'll answer you. If I'm not awake, then you'll get a reply the next day or when I wake up, right?
Even on weekends.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been my personal philosophy.
Wow.
Yeah, if I'm awake and I can answer your inquiry, I'll answer your inquiry and I'll help you out. Sometimes I look at it and go, okay, this can wait. But sometimes, especially for students who are going through certain hardship, I don't wait. So even if it's at 3 or 4 o'clock, if I so happen to see it, I'll reply straight away.
This is why Mr. Radin and Mr. Dylan are the students' favorites, guys. They're dedicated to
somewhere in the room.
Yeah, he's with us here in the room. We love you, sir. We love you too, sir.
Right. Moving on. What makes Help University stand out from the rest? Because when I joined Help, I had no idea what Help University was all about.
Oh man, my CEO is going to get me for this.
Uh-oh.
What I liked about Help University was that it's different from the other universities. Similar to the HMC, right? The department that manages the foundation program. Help University's mission. I'm trying to remember this correctly now. I think to help one succeed in life and to live a life of significance through education, I think.
When do we
That's the mission. I'm gonna ask you stuff about when you said for your orientation. Okay, if you can answer me that question, don't give me this crap. Okay,
9 months ago.
that's 9 months. No big deal. My orientation was like 18 years ago. Okay, all right. But yeah. So that's very unique for university. So the university's mission wasn't to be number one. It wasn't to mass produce students. It wasn't to just accept good students. It wanted to make students better, right? Through education.
You can already feel everyone getting better just by being here.
And you shoe polisher, you got to cut down on that habit. All right. So that really interested me, or took my interest, right? It's rare to see a university really caring about their students and not just about producing, churning out students. Not about just getting good students and then scoring the A's. Yeah. Education shouldn't be about just scoring A's or getting good students, because good students will do well wherever they go. You can put a good student in a bad environment, they'll still do well. You can put a good student, ignore them, don't teach them, don't have any lessons, just give them any online materials. They'll still do well.
Yeah.
Right? So to me, I'm glad that Help University doesn't just recruit or takes in good students. They take in a whole range of students, from poor students, academically, financially, to some good students, right? It's a nice variety and mix. So, and the focus is to make them better. So going back to your question, what makes Help slightly different? I think the university really tries to turn regular students into successful graduates. Not just successful graduates in graduating, successful graduates meaning they've got the necessary problem-solving skill set, they've got the necessary communication skills. Yeah, because with these two skill sets, you can actually go anywhere.
Yeah,
you can easily pick up any technical skills. You've already learned the soft skills. Yeah, you need to be you need to be able to solve problems.
Yeah, outside world.
Correct. You need to be able to solve problems, and you need to be able to talk.
Flexibility and resilience.
Correct. Because if you have the answer in your head, but you don't know how to express it, you can't share that solution to anyone else.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And if you can talk, but you don't have the ability to solve problems, then you'll con people into jobs for a while, and then they realize, hey, this person can speak but can't do anything. So you need to have these two combination, and that's what Help strives. And so it's not about just accepting good students. It's we need to transform poor students into good students, right? Because like I said, good students can survive anywhere. Yeah.
Wow.
So what defines to me personally, what defines a good university is how successful are they in transforming a poor student into a successful student.
The pedagogical methods, I think that's the word.
Yes, sure. Yeah. I mean, I'll throw this question at you guys. Why did you join Help University?
Well, I'm going to be really honest here. Initially, the only reason why I had Help on my mind was because my mom told me about it, and she was here for a while before she went to the United Kingdom, and it sort of snowballed from there. I went ahead and looked more into it, looked into the opportunities, training programs available in Help, and I was like, no way! Oh my goodness! And now that I found
Was
out,
that no way good or no way bad? I can't
No
tell.
way good.
Okay, no way good. All right, that's good. That's good.
and to find out that the people like Mr. Radin and Mr. Dylan here is like, yo.
This is very fake.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So basically, you're telling me you let your mom decide for you.
She decided, and I just agreed with it because I thought, hey,
Wow.
it was nice.
All right. So Jonah is one of those students that we hope by the time he's done with us, he can transform into a better student and
Come
you
on,
know,
man.
so that you can make your own decision.
Hey,
All right.
what is that?
Now, I get it. Actually, before I go into what about yourself? Why do you join Help University?
All right. I'll be the same as Jonah. I'll be honest.
Yes, please do.
A few weeks after SPM, I was scrolling to Instagram and I saw an advertisement of help. I was like, should apply for this because there's a chance I might or might not get into a public university.
Right.
So I told my father about it and he said, okay, let's register first. When I told my mother about it, she's like, let's just wait. Then the rest is history, I guess.
Okay, so she buckled and then she let your dad win.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. So okay, at least he did some work, but you did like almost zero work. You just went rest, mommy. Okay, and then that's it. She signed you off.
I looked into it. They actually wanted to bring me to look at
into
other
it.
universities.
Right, right.
I recall coming for a tour. I contacted the representative back at Miri, and
Yep.
they organized a tour, and I thought this would be nice because I got to meet the head of the law faculty as well,
Yep.
Miss
Okay.
Nunes.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, hey, this is actually a great place.
Okay.
If I had met you, I would have been sold, sir. I would have been like,
So why didn't you?
I don't know. I didn't know who you were.
Well, glad you guys are here. And I hope you guys or have taken the opportunities to further better yourselves. One thing about Help University is that what makes us transform people from a poor student or an average student to a successful student is we provide you with opportunities to grow. But you got to understand what opportunities are. Opportunities is a chance. If you see an opportunity and you don't seize it, then you've just let that chance slip away,
Yeah.
right? So it's not just important for you to be able to see opportunities, you need to learn to take it. So what we try to do at the foundation level, the HMC side, is we try to teach students how to see opportunities, and then we teach them to be assertive enough to step forward to seize the opportunities. Right?
Many
So-
opportunities here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you see it. I just hope you're taking it and not just sitting down and, oh, that's a
Well,
nice opportunity. Because if you do
this
that, then you're not going to learn anything, right?
This
gonna
podcast
seize it.
here is a seized opportunity.
All right. So that's good. That's good that you're taking this opportunity to try new things and, improve yourself. Okay. So that's you guys joining Help, or the
Yeah.
reason why you guys
Yes.
joined Help. Okay.
Moving on to something our viewers might be interested in, actually, sir.
Yep.
Speaking on scholarship opportunities here at HELP and HMC specifically, what are they? Could you give our viewers a rundown on what these opportunities may be and how they could potentially grasp it?
Okay. Scholarships or tuition fee waivers changes from year to year, but we will definitely have something every year, right? For this year, with the foundation program, we are actually giving a sizable tuition fee waiver because we want to help families who are still affected or has not yet recovered financially from MCO. Yeah. On top of that, we've got the regular scholarships. I shouldn't call it scholarship. I should call it tuition fee waivers. We've got the regular tuition fee waivers where Depending on the number of A's you get a tuition fee reduction. We've got a whole bunch of other waivers as well. I believe, Jamie, you are part of the SASA, right?
I am.
Yeah. So SASA is a merit-based, leadership-based kind of tuition fee waiver. So we look at your student activities in school, what have you done outside of school. So it's not just limited in school, it could be done outside of school as well. Because during MCO, a number of Malaysians got involved with charity work.
Yeah.
They helped the community, etc. and all that stuff. So if you had all that kind of experiences, then you can apply through this as well for additional waivers, right? So we've got different types of waivers. It really depends on which one are you eligible for. So if you're not eligible academically, but you're an active person, we can give you that as well. We also have sports scholarships. So, if you're good in sports, so basically we try to cover all the grounds. The academics usually don't play sports, so they'll go for the A's. The non-academics, you're either a sporty person or you're an active person. And we've got waivers for those as well. So plenty of opportunities, but you got to do something. So if you're in a high school kid and you don't do anything, you're not academically good, you don't join clubs, you're not active, you're not a sporty person, then the university can't help you as much.
I see.
Please study.
Yes, please study. Stay active in school. When you come here, stay active here. If you do come here, please come here.
Right.
Don't study last minute.
Yeah.
Learn from your seniors. Yeah.
You study last minute, confirm you'll get less than 5 hours of sleep. You're doomed.
Another thing what you don't want to do last minute studying is nice that you guys brought that up. Last minute studying doesn't really work once you leave high school. Right?
Yes.
Jamie
So true.
Jamie is snickering because like, I was doing last minute studying, sir. You gotta stop doing last minute studying. Because when you're in the tertiary, or shall I say when you go and work, it's not so much about memorizing anymore, it's all about understanding content and applying what you have learned. Right? So when you memorize, you're not going to be able to apply that because all you do is remember knowledge, facts, but you don't understand why you're doing the things that you're doing. So when you enter tertiary, you got to change your study methodology from memorizing to understanding and applying. Yeah, so that's what we do in the foundation level as well. We really ground it into you that, hey, look, you need to stop memorizing, throw it all out, and then focus on understanding and applying. Yeah?
It's a great part about the foundation program. It's a great change in pace from how it was during secondary school.
Definitely.
I come from a government secondary school, and I tell you, it's just regurgitating what they tell you. And here in HMC, it's like, oh my goodness, this is what I've been wanting all this while. Where has this been?
Well, I'm glad that you guys came here, and I'm glad that you realize that
to be here.
it's very different. Because when you go to the working world, it is going to be very, very different. It's not going to be like this. It's not going to be like high school. Sorry. Yeah.
Back then, high school was much more simpler. You don't have to worry about a lot of things.
Yes. You still don't have to worry about a lot of things as a tertiary level student. You have to worry a little bit more, but not so much more. Yeah, that's why I tell students, your tertiary student years are the best years in your life. Some people will disagree with me until they go to the working world. Then they're like, you're right. It is much better, right? Of course, the best combination is if you could be a university student and earn a salary, you get the same amount of money as you do as you're working without the responsibilities of work. That'll be the best. But that's just wishful thinking. Okay, I don't think that's ever going to happen to a lot of people. Yeah, so don't do things last minute. Prepare yourself. Yeah.
Listen to our legendary Mr. Radin.
Take his advice.
Yes.
It's useful.
Take his advice to heart, because I tell you, it'll save your life one day.
Well, like I mentioned a lot, some people are stubborn. Some people, like myself, need to fall first before we can learn.
I hope they don't fall twice. Like sudah jatuh di timpa tangga again. Right?
Some people will fall a lot of times, right? And that's perfectly okay.
Mm.
But what's important is that every time you fall, you need to learn from your fall. And I guess second most important thing is not to quit. Because when you fall enough times, you kind of get sick and tired of hurting, right? So one day you're just gonna fall down and you're just gonna tell yourself, I'm done, I've had enough, and you just want to lie down. So don't let that happen, I guess. Do your best. It's not easy to do that. And I guess that's why I want students to not let life teach them lessons, because life lessons are very traumatic. That's where you fall down a lot. But to learn through other people. Yeah. It's less painful. It can be less impactful because you're not personally experiencing yourself, but definitely less painful. But this is really hard for a lot of students because, like I said, some students are stubborn and they just want to go through life a painful manner. So I'm like, okay, all right.
Attitude.
I can't stop them. Right? I would recommend them not to go through it, but I can't stop them. I'm not a person to tell people what to do. I will give them options, and then I'll let them decide on what they want to do with that option. I'll lay the table. All right, you decide what you want to eat. I'm not going to tell you must eat this, you must eat that, you must eat that. And they will be responsible for their own decisions.
The more you grow up in life, the more you realize you're gonna end up being your own man or woman, and all your decisions will be on your hands.
Definitely, that's part of being an adult.
Yes.
And that's why adulthood
way too quick.
And that's why adulthood is horrible. But yes,
way too quick.
but it's inevitable. It's inevitable. You can't run away
Slow
from
down
it.
life somehow.
Yeah.
Are you turning 19 soon? Wait,
July isn't very soon.
2 more months.
19 July, soon enough. But 19 is still young. You're not older. Please. Don't be one of those people who like, oh, I'm 23, I'm old now. You're not old, right, guys? Please don't be like that. Right? Be better.
Yes.
Okay?
We're capable. We can.
Yeah, 20s is your prime. Okay, you should be, enjoying yourself during your prime. That's when you should be capitalizing and maximizing your growth. Not complain that you're old just because you're 20s. Guys. That's because of lack of exercise, alright? Nothing to do about age. Okay?
No, you can always come by and you can work out together.
I have a gym.
Why don't you use it?
Alright. Yeah.
Cut that part out.
Don't cut that part out.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on.
So what else?
How long have you been here again?
A while, I guess. I joined Help 2007, December 2007. So I guess by December this year will be 18 years.
Oh, that's a long one.
It's a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, 2007? 2007?
2007, correct.
Wow, we were one year old. Wow, he was already making miracles happen for people.
I hope.
Have been, sir.
I hope I've helped those that I helped, and I hope they're doing okay. Because unfortunately, the things when you help people, sometimes people don't always stay in your life. Part of life is that you encounter certain people, they stay in there for a short while, do whatever they need to do, and then you walk your separate paths. So I just hope that the students that I just hope that the students that I helped, that they're okay now. Yeah. Because once they got themselves better, they're like, hey, they don't need to talk to me anymore, and they do whatever they want to do. And
I don't want to talk to you. So
I'm okay with that, and it should be like that, right? Once you are sorted out, go on your own. Don't depend too much on me. Don't rely too much on me, because then I now become a detriment to you. So I want them to, like, once they're a-okay, go out, make a name for themselves.
Make Mr. Radin proud, guys.
No, don't do that. Like I've always said, you guys don't owe me anything. If I've helped you, don't pay me back. Pay it forward. Help the next guy or the next woman, right? Don't help me. I'm okay. Yeah, you need to help someone else. Yeah. I don't want you to leave here thinking that you guys owe me anything. You don't owe me anything. And to my ex-students who are watching this, you don't owe me anything either. Yeah, so just, if you want to help someone, don't help me. Yeah, don't pay me back anything. Just pay it forward.
Speaks volumes about you, sir. You're a great guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Being humble, you know?
I'm not a
Humble guy.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
humble
great
guy.
guy. If I was a great guy, I would have done a lot more things. I'm just a normal guy, just doing what needs to be done. All right.
I'm going to remind Jana every time to make sure he invites you for his wedding.
Yeah,
How many weddings is he gonna have?
Only one, and I hope the person who's watching this know that he's gonna be here.
I mean,
I think this person's gonna watch this. This is our first guest we confirm,
All right.
hope the wedding only happened once.
Of course, don't you jinxing me? How could you?
So friends are for, right? Yeah.
Because mine is not happening anytime soon.
Neither is mine. How old are we?
I've known people who got married right after they graduated. So that means 21, they got married once they're done their degree. Yeah. It can happen.
It could.
Okay.
I'm just letting time flow. I'm letting them decide.
Decide.
Sorry for another time.
Please, I hope you decide and don't let your mom decide for you.
No,
All right?
don't be insane.
So I hope if your mom sees this, I hope your mom's not going to go, who's this Mr. Radin guy? He already knows. Sorry, ma'am. I'm not making fun of you. Sorry. I'm making fun of Jonah here. Okay, yeah.
Well, I actually wanted to bring this up as well about twinning programs for HMC. So, to my knowledge, HELP has one of the most famous twinning programs for foundation students that are undergoing the foundation program out of all, if not private universities in Malaysia.
Right.
Could you elaborate a little bit on these twinning programs, what countries might be available, what fields are available to dear viewers who may be interested?
I definitely can. Now, just a correction with terminology. The word is not twinning program. The word is a direct entry. Okay. So basically, for the HELP Foundation program, it's a program not just designed to send students to HELP degrees. You can actually go to any other universities in Malaysia. It's an accredited program nationwide, so it's recognized nationwide. But what makes us stand out is when we first started the foundation program back in 2005, our objectives were to, this was before my time. So our objectives was to send students overseas. So when we created the program, how we structured it, the subjects, the difficulty and the challenge level was designed to prepare students for overseas, if they chose to go to overseas. Yeah. So I think we first started out with UK universities and Australian universities, just a small number. And then over the years, we've made agreements with almost like 70 different universities.
Wow.
Again, mainly from Australia and UK, some universities from New Zealand. We've just slowly started to work with Ireland University, so hopefully that works out well as well. And also, now we're looking into Asian universities, South Korea, Japan, and all that. So that way, when students finish the foundation program, they can just go abroad to these respective countries, to their respective universities, should they want to. Yeah. Twinning programs is something we don't do at HELP. We do credit transfer programs. So what's the difference between a credit transfer and a twinning program? A twinning program is you're already doing the foreign syllabus, but locally. So for example, a UK university, you're twinning with a UK university. So what that means is you're doing the UK syllabus in Malaysia. Okay, so the certification and everything will be from that university, the UK university, not the local university. HELP University doesn't like that a lot because what happens is with twinning programs, it limits your opportunity to go to other universities. So let's just say you want to go to a different UK university. That different UK university might not accept the other one that you're tied up with, right? So that means if you did that twinning program, your best chance is only to that one university. When you try to transfer to other places, the other places will make it difficult for you.
See.
Right? So that's why HELP is more of a credit transfer university, meaning we work on our local degrees, make it strong so that foreign universities accept our program.
I see.
Yeah. So that's why when you do our HELP degrees, you can go like other 2+1, 1+2. Yeah. So we're making a name for our own homegrown programs, our own homegrown degrees that overseas universities recognize and accepts our subjects. So indirectly, this is a show of strength and quality of our HELP programs. Yeah. Overseas universities recognize our programs. That's saying a lot. Yeah. So that's the difference between credit transfer, twinning program. So credit transfer allows you to go to multiple different universities. Twinning is only to that one university.
I see.
Yeah. And what we have for foundation, so what we have in foundation is called direct entry, because you're not doing any credit transfer or twinning. Once you're done with the foundation, you're going straight year one into the overseas university. Yeah. So that's what we have. So the foundation program is, I believe, the only one in Malaysia that has direct entries to about 70 or so different universities.
Still amazed at the number 70.
We're working on it.
Wow.
We're working on making more, right? We will.
Just
Sorry?
down one by one.
Sorry.
I have a challenge.
You have a
List all 70 down.
No, I cannot list all 70 down. Probably about 20 or so, 30, about 20-ish or so from Australia. Probably 30-ish plus from UK. Then the rest is from Ireland, from South Korea. We used to be able to go to Russia for medicine courses, but that stopped for a while.
Russia.
This was pre-COVID. What else? A couple of places in the US. Yeah. Now, generally, the US universities will recognize the foundation program, but the US system is slightly different. For them, in order for you to go into college, which is a 4-year program, you need to complete 12 years of high school. So in Malaysia, after SPM, you only complete 11 years. So what they'll do is they'll treat foundation as year 12, and then from there you can go into year 1. The thing here is year 1 in a US degree is similar subjects to the foundation subjects. So if you're going to go into year 1, no issues. Depending on your CGPA and all that stuff, they'll look at your grades, right? But what we want for our foundation students is to get exemption for year 1 subjects, because the subjects are similar. It's just that in the US, it's a requirement that in order for you to enter college, you must do 12 years of high school. That's it. And foundation, they'll treat that as 12 years. So anyone following the US structure, so South Korea, Japan, US, obviously, Canada, they do accept the foundation program if you're going to go into year 1. That's not an issue. Why we don't have that many universities in our list is because we're trying to get exemptions. And that's the challenging part. So if we included you can go into year one, then you can almost at any university in the US, Canada, right? Provided your grades are good enough.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's just all this like yeah. I mean, going overseas, you must always have good grades. You cannot be a pass average or even credit average. Going overseas, you should generally try to be a distinction average student.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get enough migraines as possible.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
You want to go to Cardiff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am interested in going to Cardiff because my mum's an alumni, my dad's an alumni.
So no pressure. You just gotta make sure you don't let them down. Yeah, no pressure. Yeah.
Oh!
After you graduate from the class, like your mom.
Oh my goodness, I can't replicate what she did.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
I should have worn the Why Not shirt from Help University.
Oh my goodness. I should have
why,
worn that.
Why not? Why can you not replicate your mom's success?
Why not?
Why can't you do better?
But if I wear the one.
Oh, that's why you can't replicate your mom's success. It's because you can do better.
Wow.
That's right.
Whoa,
All right.
Wow.
Man, you've got a challenger.
Saved you.
All right.
Yeah, the most inspiring speaker sometimes. It's like, whoa.
Okay. So yeah, you got to make sure you work for it. Yeah. Get your grades to go into Cardiff.
Yes.
So that'll be like in
Try
a year's
my
time,
best.
2 years' time. You get 1 + 2, 2 + 1.
I'm looking at it. 2 years here, 1 year there.
So you got 2 years. All right.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
It's just stone cold feeling.
Aren't you too?
Good luck.
Huh?
Alright.
Aren't you? What? Aren't you looking to get there too?
I don't know.
Wow. Backtracking on
Sorry.
me already. Okay. No worry. I still love you.
All right. That's what friends are for.
Yes. Backtracking on you in the last minute.
Definitely. Best
Yeah.
friends forever.
Exactly.
Let's not discuss that
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Thank you so much, sir,
No worries.
for coming on our first episode. And once again, thank you so much for making it possible.
I definitely had fun in this session. And I hope you guys, what do you call this? Get this podcast project of yours up and running. And hopefully it goes well. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me for this show.
Thank you so much for making it possible,
Alright.
sir.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you
All
so
the
much to our
best.
technical crew as well, and our dear producer.
All right.
Should we edit here?
Right?
I guess we're done. Class, you said the podcast was supposed to be 40 minutes. That podcast lasted like what? Maybe 15 minutes? Tak
How long
tak
should the first
sampai.
episode be?
You guys said you wanted 40 minutes.
That was your suggestion, sir. Like,
Hello,
really-
that wasn't my suggestion. Yeah.
It was like 30 minutes.
Okay, maybe 40 minutes was my suggestion because you guys wanted it to be like a 1 hour, 1.5 hour long.
Yeah, you
And
wanted it to be 1 hour. But
Because
And I
thought
said-
they would have that time.
And look, 15 minutes, you're already out of questions. Hello, what is this? And why is it that you want to talk to me? Okay,
first guess, why him?
why me?
Anyone.
why you?
Right? So,
You're a very noble man.
no, but what if they don't want to? Then they're not going to watch it, you see?
Then we kick them out.
And most importantly, do it casually.
That's what I'm wondering. How
Right?
how
Like,
are we gonna
you're doing it right now.
But
This is being casual.
It feels like I'm
It's like
It's like we have to be interviewing you, you know.
You threw me. See walking in. Hey, what's up, sir?
oh yeah, that's too well, you can do that if you want to, right? Okay.
What's good? Hello, everyone. Welcome to HELPCast.
Oh yeah, my name is Jake.
Wait.